Here at Senior Cat Wellness, our ultimate goal is to always produce content that can help you, the loving and responsible cat owner, to get the very most out of your ownership journey by helping you to provide for your cat in the very best way possible. Understanding your cat's needs, understanding feline behavior, giving you all of the tools necessary to give your pet the very best life possible while in your care. But as much as we want to give to our pets and ensure all of their comforts, sometimes, many times in fact, our cats can be of great service and comfort to us. What about senior cats for senior adults? What are the benefits that feline ownership can give to our senior community? If you are elderly, can having a cat as a pet, can it truly be everything that you are currently missing? In this material, I'll talk about some of the known benefits that feline ownership can provide to our elderly population. I'll also talk about several things that need to be addressed prior to ownership and that all-important selection process. Matching a senior adult with a beautiful cat, perhaps even a senior cat. Interesting topic and hopefully a helpful one for all ages. I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Let's start things off with ownership, what a pet brings, what a pet is meant to bring, and that's happiness and companionship. For seniors, adding a cat to the home can transform the environment, and depending on the living situation, a feline can be a stress reliever, an outlet of joy, an emotional support animal, a true companion. While these benefits are important for everyone of all ages, having a companion for someone of senior status can be all the more essential and rewarding. And when it comes to care, the care that is required, cats, by and large, there's not too much heavy lifting involved, with the basics including fresh food, fresh water, and a routine change of that litter box. Cats can pretty much live their lives quite content to be the sidekick, and in this case, great company for a senior. Now, while this benefit is a bit more difficult to pin down, as so much will obviously depend, and does depend, on the health and mobility of the pet owner, compared to dogs, cats can make their own way, and will be more than content to nap right there by the side of their loving owner, in this case a loving senior, willing to give their attention and affection to a wonderful feline. I did hint a bit earlier about the importance of emotional support, and here once again, depending on the living arrangements, a senior who lives alone, the presence of a feline can certainly fill that void, giving the person stress relief and emotional support, making life just a bit easier by lowering that anxiety level. Cats are good soothers of the soul, and we could all use that from time to time. When it comes to space, as in living space, and what cats need to be happy, in many cases less is indeed more. Unlike dogs, cats don't need a lot of room to be more than content. This is good for an elderly person who resides in, say, an apartment setting. Cats don't need big rooms to be happy. They're more than content to live in a cozy environment with plenty of cuddles. And as for exercise, the interaction can be good for both feline and the person. Interactive activities, it works for both, helping the cat to stay fit while helping a senior to not only stay physically active, but mentally sharp. Just something as simple as being seated on the sofa while waving toys around for a cat to stalk and engage with. Just that regular routine of positive interaction in this fashion, it can all add up in a very beneficial way. Not to mention it can help the bond between cat and owner. Ultimately, it's really all about the mood. Just having someone there to serve as a calming and positive agent. Calm people, they're healthier people. Positive mental health, so very important, for young and old. Now, while feline ownership does have a lot of pros and wonderful benefits, we're still talking about animal ownership, and not every elderly person has the ability to truly care for a pet. It's going to depend, obviously, on the situation, not only for the person, but also the environment as a whole. For example, if a senior adult suffers from allergies, this could be a no-go from the start. Take allergies into serious consideration before making a final decision. Cats love to climb and they love to roam around, even if that roaming comes in the form of just walking around. But if that activity and some level of uncertainty draws to mind an uncomfortable environment, an uncomfortable setting, then it's time to take a step back. You don't want an elderly person to fall victim in any way and get scratched. You also don't want any type of damage to property. And as loving and loyal as cats are, if a feline starts to play the role of a shadow, an elderly person could trip and fall, and just that thought alone can be enough to put the brakes on with respect to bringing a cat into the home. For all of the benefits, are they really worth it if other considerations could play spoiler and ruin all of the positive? Once again, it's something to deeply consider. Putting the person and the cat in the best situation to thrive, that's the ultimate goal. And when it comes to care, while lesser critical needs can be a benefit, care is still that, and it still needs to be had, quite obviously. Litter box changing, fresh food and water. If a cat's needs are not able to be properly met and they threaten to put a physical strain on the elderly owner, once again, this is a major red flag. You don't want a cat's needs and perhaps behavioral concerns being too hyper, too aggressive, you name it. You don't want them to clash with the ownership. This is why choosing the right cat for the right person in the right environment is so very critical. And when it comes to that selection, the goal is to find what amounts to the perfect match, or at least something very close. The personality of the senior versus the personality of the cat, calm and relaxed. That's a must for the feline. Chaos will be off limits. The less energetic, the better with respect to ownership. This is why the match of an older feline, even a senior cat with a senior citizen, could be the best avenue to take compared to that of pairing a person with a very young cat. The benefits are wonderful, and cats, they really do make quality pets for seniors. But it's wise to look at things on an individual basis and match things up on the lived experience. You don't want to introduce a host of potential negatives just for the sake of a few benefits. All of these specifics must be addressed, and within that evaluation, the best choice can be made. To the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, what are your thoughts on this topic? Do you know a senior adult with a feline? Are you a senior adult, and your pride and joy is your cat? Is that companionship just second to none? Your opinions on this topic and your personal stories of ownership, that comment section is all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.